this episode, we drive the Unaweep Scenic Byway.
I reckon this is one of the most scenic drives we've done so far.
Visit a dinosaur quarry.
I'm touching something 150 million years old.
Breakdown.
So a van just lost power heading out of Moab.
And have a change of plan.
All alone. Don't eat me beer. Get out of there. Try and get to the van. Good morning, welcome to day, whatever day it is. What a beautiful day. And it's time for coffee. And how's this for a place to wake up? It's just beautiful. The river running. I just love this. I love this lifestyle. It's just fantastic. If you ever doing the Unaweep Tabeguache Scenic Byway, you must stay here. The ballpark, it's beautiful.
This area is used for mining. It's mining the radioactive rocks. Initially it was used to illuminate hands-on clocks, and then in the 1940s they discovered uranium in the rock, and that was used in the Manhattan Project that created the first nuclear bomb. Then it's come on to vanadium, which is used to harden steel. Great mining history around here. But to get the rocks out, it's treacherous and steep cliffs, and there's very small quantities produced. So when this area was gold mining, there wasn't enough water to actually wash the tailings and get the gold out. So the mining company built a canal and flume to take water from the San Miguel River down to the tailings. Total distance of the canal and the flume was 13 miles. The last 5 miles of that flume clung to the cliff wall, as you can see below.
It's just so very beautiful. And we're the only ones here, so quiet.
The bolts or pins to support this flume are embedded 18 inches into the rock. And we spotted down there, just before they get to the river, a couple of cars that have obviously gone off the road and down the cliff.
It's just so pretty through here. The scenery just gets better and better and better. So the Unaweep Tabeguache Scenic Byway from where we stopped last night, Uravan, to Grand Junction, this is just spectacular. If you just want to do a section, this is the one to do. It's just like this all the way. On the open road, my tank is full, and drink in hand. I reckon this is one of the most scenic drives we've done so far, and the funny thing is there's nobody else here. There's just a few motorbikes, maybe the occasional truck, but there's not the loads of tourists that we've seen other places, and I think this is just as good as anywhere we've been. We're just in Grand Junction, just doing a shop, and now we're heading to a town called Dinosaur, believe it or not. Yes, a town called Dinosaur. That's where we're going, up around there, still going up. now we're on the downhill descent. This is actually way steeper than the $1 Million Highway. A little bit scarier, in my opinion. It's the Douglas Pass. Good morning and welcome to, I have no idea what day it is. We're just leaving a little town of Rangeley in Colorado. We stayed at the municipal camping ground there. Today we're heading towards Flaming Gorge, National Recreation Area, and I think there might be some dinosaur things to do along the way, so we'll have a look at those. So we're just coming into a town called Dinosaur. How cool is that? We're actually driving down Brontosaurus Boulevard. So we're just on our way to have a look at Dinosaur Quarry. There's kind of dinosaur bits, you know, stuck in the rocks and stuff, so that's going to be really cool. So we're just driving alongside the Green River, which is looking a little bit brown. Wow, look at all these dinosaur bits. So all these bones are just where they've been found. They haven't been moved, they haven't been planted here on the rock. They're just where the dinosaurs just lay and died. It's like a dinosaur graveyard.
But there's only large dinosaurs here. And the reason for that is the river was quite fast flowing and it washed all the little dinosaur bones further down the river.
These dinosaurs here died about 150 million years ago. But it wasn't when they became extinct. They became extinct 80 million years after that. So I think they're just thinking these guys maybe died of natural causes. So this is an actual thigh bone of a dinosaur and you're allowed to touch it.
So it's a right.
150 million years old.
So
I'm touching something 150 million years old. Freaky. It's the right thigh bone. We're allowed to touch some more. What are you looking at, Mike?
That's obviously when they come down, they mark them
Oh, yeah.
to identify the bones.
Okay, when I said they're 150 million years old, they're actually only 149 million. I got it wrong. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow! We're at the Red Canyon. That's the Green River overlook.
This has got to be one of the best overlook views we've seen on this trip so far. This is incredible. And we're the only ones here. That's amazing. An incredible view and nobody else. Does nobody else know about this? I'm going to go check out another couple of viewpoints. Hope there's no bears hiding in the bushes. I don't know where Mike is. I'm all alone. I'm all alone out here. Don't eat me, bear. Don't eat me. Please don't eat me, bear.
The lake behind me is created by a dam on the river. That's in Utah. And the lake extends 91 miles into Wyoming.
So that was a Red Canyon overlook. If you're ever in this area, come here. It's worth the diversion. This drive through here through the Flaming Gorge is absolutely spectacular. Good morning. We're just in a little town called Lehman in Wyoming, and it's freezing. It's literally, it is literally freezing. It was -4 degrees overnight, that's Celsius. We were heading north. Looks like there's going to be a bit of snow and stuff. I think we're just a bit early heading to Alaska, so I think we're going to head back to Moab where it's going to be a bit warmer, but we'll let you know. Just going to have a coffee and make that decision. So we've decided it's too cold. It's too cold to keep heading north because it's going to snow for the next few days. So we're going to head back to Moab. We probably feel a bit up for hiking now, so maybe find some hiking to do there and maybe even rethink our route to Alaska.
Life's too short to get it all right. First time around, you better not mess up. Wanna be born again, I want a second chance, 'cause this time around.
It was a 5.5 hour drive back to Moab, and we took the interstate. We stopped at a rest stop, and there was these cute little prairie dogs running around, so I went to take a photo of it, and it just started running at me. It was like really aggressive. It was trying to find ways to get into our van. I accidentally managed to film the whole thing on my camera, although you can't see anything, you can just hear the commentary they went down, so I'll put that at the end of the video if you want to have a look. Don't you get in our van? We headed straight for the cowboy camp we'd stayed at before, and there was just one spot left for us. We spent 3 nights here. Strong winds and storms were forecast, and we didn't want to be exposed on the ridge. So there's wind warnings forecast today, so we're getting up this mountain. It's too windy. So we headed down to Moab and found a lovely site in the river canyon. We've come down off the high bit where we're at to hunker down from the wind and the rain that's coming, and there's a river just there. So we had some more rain last night and we got another leak. We had this window leaking a while ago, so I might put this on here so it drips down onto here, but it seems to have come in at the bottom here, so let's just put some sealant around. Just squish the window shut, so we'll never get that window open again, but we don't use it anyway, so hopefully that fixes our leaks, because we might be getting a bit of rain where we're going. It's where we're being camped, just outside of Moab. Just follow the river down between all these rocks. It's just so beautiful here. Moving on today. Welcome to day 34 or 35, I think it is. So we're just leaving this beautiful spot by the river. We're going to head off to Goblin Valley State Park. Little did we know at that stage, we would not be leaving Moab that day. So our van just lost power heading out of Moab, which is a bit of a concern. We got it going again, and then it lost it again, so we thought we'll head back to Moab and we're gonna see if we can get a mobile mechanic to have a look at it. It's going all right at the moment. Hopefully we can get back to Moab okay. So we rang the mobile mechanic in Moab. He said to find a park in town. Now he's not answering our calls, so anyway, Mike troubleshooting himself. He's checked the air filter, first easy thing to check. I don't know if you remember last year we broke down, we had to bypass the ECU, the electronic control unit. And for some reason Mike thinks that's kicked back in now. So maybe all the jiggling and stuff's just jiggled some wires and made that work again. So he's just doing a bit of troubleshooting, see if we can figure out what's going on. So the car keeps losing power, so we've just come to an auto repair shop. They're going to have a look at it in about an hour. I don't know whether they'll be able to do anything or not. Hopefully they'll find the problem and it'll be fixed and we can move on. Otherwise we might have to be stuck here for a few days. We took it into mechanics now, auto repair. So the guy came out, hopped in the car, asked for the keys, and Mike went to explain what was going on, but he didn't seem like he spoke very good English.
And he told us to go to the office. Next thing, he's driving off with it.
Yeah, he jumps in the car. He's doing some big revs first, and then he hops in the car and just drives off with it. And it's like watching our home disappear out the door. It's like,
no,
it was
just
terrifying.
gone.
I know. And then 20 minutes later, he still wasn't back, and we started getting a bit worried. We're like,
So we went into the shop.
Does he actually work for them?
Anyway, I went and talked to the lady in the shop, and she said, oh yeah, he should have been back by now. Maybe he's stuck somewhere. So she tries calling him.
And his phone rings in the workshop.
So she says, I'll go find him. Which way did he go? So I pointed which way he went, and she went off down the road after him.
And a few minutes later, he comes in from the opposite direction, and he says it's something electrical. It turns out it's the switch I put in last year. It's now broken. Sometimes it makes a connection, sometimes it doesn't. So that's why the engine kept on dying.
So a simple fix that we should have been able to analyse ourselves, but we didn't. And we were kicking ourselves. We thought, oh, how much is this going to cost?
It's going to cost us a fortune. He's gone for an hour.
I know.
And he said he was sucking petrol up through. I told him not to have a cigarette or anything.
You're trying to get it going because he didn't know about the isolator switch because he didn't give us time to explain. There was a faulty wire which they fixed, and they left Mike to fix the switch himself.
Replace the switch, yeah.
And a grand total of
$36.
Awesome. So Mike replaced the switch, and then we're off again. Don't you get in our van? Oi! Get out of there! Get out of there! Come on, get into the van. Yeah. Get out of here! Get up under there! I'm gonna get in the van. Oh boy. Alright, we need to go, Mike. Stupid people feeding them.